is Edgar. I'm a nutritionist, and I was talking to you as I was talking to you previously. I was talking that I work as a nutritionist, and I'm working recently in a national investigation that is about, which is trying to aim and to solve a really big problem that we have in Peru. That is the anemia. The anemia is a really serious problem amongst the children that has from 6 months to 2 months to 2 years. And this is a problem that is happening amongst this because it has multiple causes, because mostly of the causes that this problem has is lack. It follows a change because as a nutritionist that I was working here, I see that the alimentation and the problem with the mostly basis this sickness is about the alimentation, the way how people feed themselves and how mother feed their babies. But if we can be able to see farther from this problem, for example, in the family, the consumption of meat is it's not enough. That's why mostly of the children have anemia, because that's where mostly of the children can get their iron in their diet. And nowadays it's pretty much like why people is not getting enough or a good alimentation, or maybe they cannot eat enough fruits or enough. They don't have a healthy diet. Why? Because maybe we can get the problem that there follows a change, that it comes, for example, from the migration that comes from the rural areas to the cities, that people goes to live in the big cities for getting, for example, a better life, a better income capacity, but they leave their farms, they leave their lands, they cultivate their own products in the rural areas, and they leave everything of this for moving to the city, for working in some sort of business or enterprise or something like that, for getting more income. Why? Because they don't get enough money for selling they don't get enough money as farmers, and that what provokes the rural migration to the cities. And as you can see the town. It's mostly of the mountains are populated by these people, and this causes a problem, which is the poverty amongst the people, and these people cannot afford to buy meat. These people cannot have a healthy eating lifestyle, and that's how this problem of anemia is getting worse and worse every time. And we cannot solve this problem so easily as just giving this help from the states, from the health ministry that is giving supplementation of iron, but we're not hitting the problem from the root, which is the education that we put to the families, that the investment that the government gives on agricultural. For putting an example, in the chain from the farm to our table to eat, the people who cultivate the land doesn't earn as much money as the people who realize the transport of the food to the market, because the one who earns the most money from this chain is the transportist and the seller. And even the farmer is the less the one who receives the less benefit from this. And that's one of the examples that we are having in this country. Of course, that as Peru, we have also different social issues that comes from that the mothers cannot sometimes get enough work or the good work. I make service in these houses, and I cannot receive the same how can I say, the same feedback from every family, because mostly of the time there is a culture in which masculinity is really strong, and the women have also are following this mentality. That explains a bit how the amount of feminicides are really high in Peru. That's how the couples of the moms that I sometimes visit are really jealous or are threatening to myself when I go to visit. And that explains pretty much some issues that we have in the social aspect, in the health aspect, in the agricultural aspect that we have in Peru. And mostly of the time, the only thing that I was talking to you was like saying maybe the education was only the problem or the way to attack this. But mostly of the time, if we see the stats, the government is destinating every time less and less money on education. And how can we change everything if we are not focusing on this? Is pretty much a problem that needs to be assessed right now, and I hope that somebody or some people would take action on this.